am I going? Listen. So for me, what I'm saying, LeBron, like at this point, you need to hang it up. If they don't make it to the playoffs, he needs to start thinking on that. Let me start on my retirement, right? Because at this point, he ain't on a
he's not gonna retire.
He ain't on that retirement run. But it's something he needs to think. All right, you know what? Let me give it one more year, right? Let me finish out this year, see what this year has for me, and then next year, let me start this retirement. Why? I only say this because Bronny is, I believe he's a senior this year, going to college. Potentially. I don't see college. I honestly see that he will probably go to G League. Just like Wade, or go overseas,
like Leandro LeBron,
and then decide, all right, let me go over that way once I'm done. But I see him honestly going G League. Why? Because listen, I'm getting paid better if I do G League versus going European League.
And then on top of that, he could pick what team he want to go to.
Exactly. So I think with that, LeBron needs to take that time to, hey, all right, let me take a step back. Now let me start working with my son, who is at that point of,
because that's what he wants
becoming a professional, so I can get him ready for the NBA.
No, but he wants to play in the league with his son.
Oh man, take a year off and then come back when you're done.
That's one of his goals. He wants to play. He wants to play in the league with his son, whether it's with him or against him.
He's probably going to end up playing against him. I don't see where, if he's on the Lakers, if LeBron is still on the Lakers, where he says, okay, you know what? The Lakers say, yeah, let's go get Bronny. Why? I don't think they will have draft capital to be able to get him.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think he'll be.
If he go to the G League system, he could be under the Lakers G League team and then transition him to the roster.
But isn't it where they still have to draft you into the NBA? It's not one of those 10-day contract type deals you play, or the 2-way contract.
You have to the players have to enter the draft to be eligible to get drafted. But if he doesn't enter the draft and then he just go to the G League route, he could just sign with any team he wants.
Because Cade Cunningham and Jalen, he just got drafted by
the Pistons.
Nah, Cade Cunningham got to the Pistons. Talking about the one that went to Houston Rockets.
Yeah, but he still entered the draft. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
as long as
the G League affiliate was not with the Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
He got drafted by some other team. I think it's the other way around now. So when you make it so you go G League, right? So I go from high school into the G League, right? And I'm playing for this G League team. But then once I'm done with this G League team for that year, then I go into, because I foregone going to college. So now I go this year in the G League. Once I'm ready for NBA, I go into the draft, right?
Yeah, but you don't have to go to the draft. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can stay in G League if you want.
Yeah.
But if I'm ready to go into the draft, I'm going to go what happened. If I know I'm good enough to make it into the league, but I can't because I got to do a year of college or a year out after high school doing something, I'm going to go to the G League like what all of them doing. And guess what? Now I'm going to be getting paid, because if I go to college, I'm not getting paid. Well, now with the NIL, you can get paid. That's a whole other topic. But what I'm saying is, I go into the G League, right? Once I'm done with the G League that year, I produced, I did whatever I needed to do. I was, balling. My draft stock is all the way up. So now I'm going into the draft. I'm going to get drafted, let's say, by, Miami Heat, right? Shout out Miami Heat, best team out there, right? So I get drafted by the Heat. Now, if I now am not producing, or let's say I get injured, that's what happened with Melo. Was it Melo? I think he got injured, and then he had to go down to it was
James Wiseman.
Well, yeah, Wiseman got injured, and he had to go down to G League. But it was more of, hey, practice, get yourself better. We want you game ready, so you can go down to our G League affiliate, play for them, and then once you're done, come back up. We call you back up.
No, I perfectly understand, but I'm just saying, for Bronny Jr.'s case, he has two options where he wants to do this. If he wants to play, if he wants to go through the whole college system, get drafted, or go to the G League system and play for whatever team drafts him, he could do that. But if he specifically wants to play with his dad, the next route is to go to the G League for like a year or two, and then he could, like, after that, he could choose to go whatever team his dad is on, and they could play with each other. Because LeBron James wants to do that. He wants to be the first father and son, like, in the NBA ever.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, listen, if that's what you want to do, by all means, do that. Listen, nobody can tell you that you can't do that. Listen, that's your prerogative. Do what you want to do. I'm just saying, like, you got to start thinking about that. Like, your body at 36, you've done a lot.
He spent $2 million on his body.
You've been knocked around too many times. So you have to start thinking, is it time for me to, hang it up?
Can I still contend for a title?
Exactly.
Because, I mean, as much as we want to mention with, like, Tom Brady, I mean, we feel like he's too old, but he just come off from winning a Super Bowl, so.
And now you look at it, look at how they are playing. Are they playing to their potential? Yes and no. That offense, on occasions, they're playing, lights out. Like, Brady has them running like clockwork. But then, that defense, that same game, can do terrible. So it's like you look at the whole scope. It's like, man, dang, are they really like who they were last year? But yeah, Brady, you got to understand, on one side, I'm doing all that I can to get us his W.
Yeah.
But on the other end, they're playing like trash. And now I'm getting beat up night in, night out, week in, week out. And
I'm at an age where one hit could just end me.
Exactly.
So, but it's kind of hard to compare basketball and football because they're such two different sports. When it comes to NFL, it's any given Sunday. Any team could just come in and just wreck you. Yeah,
bro. Just look at this week. You had Arizona Cardinals against a 10-2 Arizona or 10-3 Arizona Cardinals against a 1-11-1 Detroit Lions.
Yeah,
they slaughtered them boys.
Yeah,
by more than 10.
Yeah,
by more than 2 scores. Like, and it was one of those towards the end. Arizona was even able to put up an extra, 6 points. That was because that was garbage time.
Yeah.
But like you said,
any given Sunday.
And I mean, NBA wise, any given day, because they play, Sunday to Saturday.
But when it comes to like playoffs and stuff like that, that's why I say any given Sunday. But on the NBA, it's best to 7 series. So you have to impose your will on the team 4 out of like the 7 times. So
yeah.
There's a little bit more room for error. So LeBron James still have an opportunity to add more to his legacy, but as looking right now, it's not looking too good.
It's at all. And listen, like I said, it's just one of those things. I'm not gonna lie, even me. Hold on. Yeah, even me. I gotta, at some point when I know I need to hang it up, I need to hang it up. Because if I don't, then, how long, once again, can my body handle whatever it is that I'm doing every day? Even if it's not my body, how long can my mental deal with whatever I'm dealing with every day?
I always tell, like, when I'm having these type of conversation regarding sports and like particular players that's of old age, there's either 2 options of your retirement. You either choose to retire or the league retires you. So you either keep playing this game where you like, okay, I've played enough of this particular sport, basketball, football, whatever, and okay, I'm gonna retire this year. I'm gonna retire next year, and it's gonna be my last season. Or the league is gonna retire you, where you're gonna be so bad at what you're doing, like either quarterbacking, wide receiver, or whatever, and the league is just gonna retire you. Whether you're gonna get hurt to beyond repair, or you're gonna get benched or potentially cut where no team wants you.
Yeah.
So those are your options right there.
Yeah, and I'm not. Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I look at some of those people, and I say to myself, look that beyond. I say to myself, like, dang, how can you look at one of those things and be ready for that forced retirement.
Yeah.
Because if I feel like I'm playing my butt off, but you telling me, bro, it's the game is changing, and I see you still playing the same way you was playing.
Especially if the league passed you by,
bro. If the league passed you by, just know that you at that point of having to think, man. All right, is it time for me to go? Because I don't want to be passed by, and then I don't want to then be slowly forced out.
Yeah,
because it goes from, once again, all right, you this starter, but now because we're moving in a different direction that you're not there anymore. Well, listen, you move from being a starter to being a role player. We'll still give you a role, but you're a role player. And then from there, it's like, okay, well, you're not producing how we want you to produce as that role player with how the league is moving. So now it's like, all right, well, we cut you.
Yeah.
I just look at, somebody like Big Ben. Big Ben was a threat day in, day out in his youngin' days. Now you look at Big Ben.
Shut of himself.
And it's like, yo, what do you do with somebody like that? Well, we don't want to get rid of him now because we see that, hey, listen, he's our only option.
Not even that. They don't want to get rid of him because there's not an appropriate backup.
Exactly. He's our only option at quarterback. So. Right. But you know what? To kind of save him, let's give the ball to, Najee, our running back. Let's feed him as much as we can to where, Big Ben ain't getting beat up as much. But it's still one of those things. All right, yes, we still can use you because we need you to get the ball to the receivers. But we need Najee as our number one.
Yeah.
And then from there,
he has to be the focal point of the offense.
Exactly. Now, we bring you on throughout the season. And now once we get to this point of whether we make it to the playoffs or not, if we make it to the playoffs, we still going to need you. We don't make it to the playoffs, hey, sorry, there is no other option, but you got to go. We're going to draft somebody younger or trade for somebody who is,
you either accept the backup role and mentor the new draftee, or you get cut.
You got to go. You got to go, and that sucks. And once again, that's kind of what, like I said, for LeBron, it may not be to that extent, but I think once again he still has to start thinking legacy wise. What do I do for myself? Where do I see myself? Because I don't want to be passed by, and then I don't want to have to be cut or listen. LeBron getting cut,
not going to get cut. That's not going to happen.
Not going to ever happen. But do I see my